Hello and welcome to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever. This is a ladder match on Sentence Clutch between... Wait, is this a ladder game? It's showing them both as exactly 2000. But anyway, it is between Maitz and Robogear. It's from a little while ago, had it saved, and yeah, let's see what they do. Now, Robogear has experience on Sentence, so maybe that'll help him against Maitz, who's not a Sentinel. Haven't seen him play Sentence before. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. So I haven't done videos recently. Been doing balance stuff, and also playing the game. Which I like to do. So we'll try and make more videos now again, more regularly. So Robogear is already moving. This is a Sentence mid build order. That's what he's doing. Well, actually, it's not a normal build order, I guess, but. He is moving directly after building the factory. Maybe he built a mechs as well. Maitz, however, you can see is staying in his base, and he's going to use the build power in his ACU to get more factories up and power and mechs is faster. So his economy is going to be a lot better in the early stages. But Robogear is going to get to all of the juicy mass faster, a lot faster. One of the things on Sentence is that I think the bottom side is basically better. I mean, for one, we have the hydro here in middle, right? It seems closer, right? You have the mass in the middle. You can see a lot of T3 Rex here. And some T2 Rex. And meanwhile on this side we have a lot of T2 Rex. Not so many T3 Rex though. So we have expensive T2 Rex. We have Rhinos. And over here we have Titans and Loyas and Pillars. So I think there's more mass closer to the bottom side here. We also have the Hydro here in the rock position. Now, it doesn't matter in 1v1, but in team games, there's a big difference between where the rock hydrocarbon is. So, kind of interesting. GPG did not use a symmetry tool to make their maps, it seems. Any of their maps. So... Robogear's already at the mass right now. Now let's see how his economy looks, because he's going to need a lot of power. He's probably going to be just building... Yeah, you can see he has a lot of build power, and it's just building power. He has no air right now. He's only building his air factory now. It's going to be his 4th factory. Maitz... 3rd air. Look, his build order is not very strong. He has some units, but the ACU is already here blocking the choke, so it's going to be difficult to get units past and actually make any use of them. Right now, they're basically useless. He's not going to fight an ACU with 3 Mantis. It's just not going to be very helpful, so I would say that for sure Robogear's Sentence experience is helping him right now. So what advantages does... I mean, yeah, Maitz doesn't even have the Hydro. You gotta rush that Hydro a bit faster. And now he's actually had to pause his air factory. Now imagine 2nd air with a bomber versus this build from Robogear. It would be very painful. It would do a lot of damage. That's why I like 2nd air on Sentence. Because you see there's so many engineers that are so vulnerable, and then in the base you have very clumped up engineers to attack as well. So Robogear already 3,000 mastery claimed, and now he's gonna finish off a PD, and that's gonna be really annoying for Maitz. If you look, there are a grand total of 0 Medusa. That's not a very grand total. And so he's not going to be able to kill that PD. He's definitely not going to have overcharge. That would definitely be a help. And right now he still has taken none of the middle reclaim. So now he has an engineer here. His ACU is going to arrive. Does he know there's a PD? I doubt it. He doesn't know. And he has a radar, but he's stalling energy, so it's actually not showing him the PD radar signature. Now, one thing Maitz does have is faster expansion. That is for sure. You can see he's at the rock position faster than Robogear. He's at the beach position now, making a factory faster than Robo. He's gone towards the air position faster, but Robo now is going to try catch up with the transport. He only has 2 engineers on board. That's not really enough, but he'll drop to the air and then he'll come back, and you can see what he did here actually, which is a nice thing which I don't see many people do, but it is possible. You basically click engineers to load into the transport while holding shift, and then before they get in the transport you have some time to queue up orders. So watch, as soon as they drop, they already have orders queued up, so they're gonna go and build, and that way you can drop stuff and then it won't be idle when it drops. You just have to be quick with the orders. So you load into the transport, then give orders where you're gonna drop, and then when they get out, they'll start building. Oh my god, what are they doing now though? That's very strange. Okay, it looks like it might be slightly buggy. So now Robogear, he's built this PD, and then he steps forward ahead of the PD to steal the mass that Maitz could actually grab, and then moves back. So he's going to try and get absolutely everything, and right now he has 4 times the mass reclaimed of Maitz. It's such a huge advantage. So this is going to be tricky for Maitz. Now that he's still, well, Robo is a bit slow on the expansion still, and that's a problem for him. But you got to think, with all this mass, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great start, and he can try and come and steal all of these juicy wrecks. Maybe 1500 mass there in a tight group, and he has, well, quite even numbers. We have many T2 mexes, a couple T2 mexes finished already, and we have 3 at least upgrading as we look at this base, and he is coming in to steal this mass. Maitz has lost a lot of HP already, so he's afraid to move in against Robogear's ACU and contest for this reclaim, because Robo has 8k HP. Maitz is down to 3k now. But it looks like Robogear will be forced back, and there are Medusas here that are taking out the PD if they can land their shots, which is tricky for them. They tend to miss. But there goes the PD. And now, well, quite even numbers in terms of Mantis. Nice array of factories from Maitz, and he's still making more. He's also trying to make some T2 mass economy. The speed of expansion is weak from Robo, that's for sure. If you see, this is why you send more engineers walking. So you can see Maitz is not counting on dropping all these mexes. Even here he could have sent an engineer here, and he could probably have this expansion already. So it's good, even though it's a large map, to walk engineers to many locations. You want to walk to rock, you want to walk to air, beach, and then it's not a disaster if you forget or you don't find the time or APM to actually drop places. You still get there in the end. But if you don't send them and then you also don't drop, you're gonna, like, this is a lot of mass that's just not taken, or rather taken far too slowly. So we've had a lot of T1 Rex deposited now in middle. It's gonna be, well, it's something else to fight for once again. Robogear has T2 land. Now, is he making any support factories? One thing that can be fun to do is make Wagners on this map. And then if you don't need them at the front, or you make some, you can run past through the water and onto the beach, or even towards the rock, and do some damage. Maitz is pushing forward with low HP. This is dangerous. And Robogear maybe is sensing blood, but Maitz backs away to safety, and so does Robo. More and more wrecks piling up. Now the Medusas are killing a decent amount of reclaim. That's always a sad thing about Medusa. But there's still a lot there, and there's even some T2 wrecks here. Some rhinos left. That's the remains of it. T3 bot, partially reclaimed. Now, do we have T2 land from Maitz? Still no. We have a lot of air factories. We have, oh, T2 air, and also a drop. He's going for the island. He hasn't taken his own, and he's going to be late to this island. Now, maybe he can, if he immediately gets a PD down. Robogear is not building anything but engineers, which could be a mistake. He could get punished for that. If these engineers drop a PD in range of the factory, they might succeed in actually taking over this island, which will be nice. It's definitely not insignificant. 5 mexes in a very defensible position. The islands are really nice on this map in 1v1, and also another place to build naval factories as well. Speaking of, here's a naval factory from Maitz. No assistance on that. I think when you make those early T1 naval factories, you really ought to assist them. And the reason is the units take just over a minute to build, so that's a long wait. Will Maitz see this? I have a feeling he's not going to see this. He's may react slowly, but maybe Robogear will react slower. Now there's a lot of T1 in the middle. Maitz is making the gun ACU. Robogear well at the front with no protection is making T2, and he's getting absolutely destroyed by Medusa. He's down to 7,000 HP. Look at all the shells landing on him. Oh my god, 2,500 HP. Well, it's a good thing he gets some HP back from the T2 upgrade, but he was at full HP and he just lost almost all of it. And now the gun ACU is in range of him. He has to get to the water to survive. He's trying to... Maitz is trying to block him with Mantis. It's down to 1,000 HP. And Maitz is out of range. No, he's back in range again. 600 HP. Robogear's dodging shots, and he reaches the water. His head is submerged. He's going to have to go deep into the water, and he knows that. Otherwise, he will get ground fired by Medusa. So he's going to head to the water. It might be a good idea to make stealth, because look at this. This is T2 air. There needs to be torpedo bombers coming out immediately, and that would just instantly win the game. Those are torpedo launchers. I don't know why he's making those. There's no naval factory here, so we won't see T1 subs coming. Where are the torpedo bombers? They're only being built now. Oh, this factory is assisting a land factory. That is a problem, and he's making stealth. But will he be... He's been spotted already. If this targets him before it does, he's targeted. He's finished the stealth now. Well, now he has. Ah, the beauty of a T2 upgrade, giving you 12 seconds stealth. So, and yeah, it looks like this failed. Oh, I think they all got reclaimed because there's no kills on any of the units there. And Robogear, the torp bomber didn't attack him. That's a ground fire. That's an attack move, rather. And the anti-air is going up. Yeah, I think he accidentally built torpedo launchers. He wanted anti-air. Oh, stealth. So good. He just can't be found now because there's no navy to give water vision on him. The scouts cannot spot him. So, Maitz is... Well, he's running out of units. His T1 units are dying easily to the rhinos. Although some have been overcharged by this gun ACU, which is full HP and about to get another vet level. And this is a lot of mass now given to Maitz in terms of reclaim. Still hasn't got his island, and if he doesn't get it soon, he may not get it because he'll be blocked by frigates, and maybe Robo will steal it. Oh, T3 land already for Robo. He's rushed T3 land. You can see he hasn't invested in support factories except for this one for engineers and such. So loyalists coming out. Now we should see T2 air and well, T3 air as well sometime soon. T3 air might be a good option for Maitz. He doesn't have much navy anywhere. Well, here he may be blocked if Robo needs to pay attention, and he is paying attention. And Robo needs to continually deny any naval build power getting built here. He could go for T2 navy now. Adding a lot of T1 factories probably not going to be useful. Just getting more engineers assisting and getting cruisers out to lock down this ocean, kill the rock position, and attack the middle would be a reasonable decision. Maitz is recycling T1 factories now as he's moving to T3 in response to the T3 land, the loyalists of Robogear. His ACU is going to be able to deal with these early T3 units, but very soon there's going to be too many. Maybe already there's too many, because we have a brick and we have 4 loyalists right now, 5 loyalists. Gunships now coming into raid, but there's no cover from the air. The air is sort of out of position here, and it's actually, oh, he's running out of fuel as well because he's staying over the water. So a lot of these inties are going to be not so useful, and Robogear's going to dispatch some units. He's only killing a hydro instead of this T2 mechs next to it. Robogear looking good in both navies, and he has quite a bit of T3 land at the front. Now it's gonna be difficult. The lawyers are not gonna get through T1 PDs, and this gun ACU stealth would be nice on him, by the way. And we're also gonna have T3 land from Maitz soon, so gonna be difficult to push through the middle. But the navy is looking really good for Robo. So that's a drop. T1 drop of a loyalist to the rock position. That's quite a nice drop. Now do we have, well, we have a couple of gunships, but this is going to do some nice damage. And drops like this are very, very good. Here comes the navy from Robo to shut down the build power on this side. If he shuts down the build power of navy on both sides, it becomes extremely difficult game. We have T3 air, and so T3 PGM will be coming up soon. It's going to be the next target, and then maybe a strap bomber or T3 gunships, potentially torpedo bombers to get back into the navy. Oh, Maitz is walking into the water, and that might be a mistake. He really needs this ACU to hold off this huge land push. This is actually, yeah, we have a lot of loyalists at the front that need to be overcharged, because there are T1 PDs and walls, but most of this is just T1 spam other than that, and that's not gonna do too well. There goes the overcharge. That's what's needed to hold this position, and maybe some walls behind as well. First couple of bricks coming to the front. And Maitz getting in nice overcharges. 6,500 mass killed now for that ACU. And it's going to leave more reclaim at the front. Gunships here to deal with the loyalists. The funny thing is the loyalist is so fast it keeps running out of range of the gunships, and they have to chase it. Maitz out 9,000 mass killed. Just in that few seconds he got 3,000 more mass killed. And that's why he needed that ACU there. Good thing he came out of the water. Again, stealth. Just make stealth. It's cheap. Cheap and cheerful, and it allows him to retreat to the water. Give him a nice safe haven. As we saw with Robogear barely surviving. He's now regen. And he's making another upgrade. He's probably making T3 on his commander. We can check. Yeah, he is. Oh, big stall. Big stall. That's not what I wanted. We wanted to see T2 mexes. And that, yeah, that's a big stall. Which means all these T2 mexes he's upgrading without assistance are going to be very slow, and all his factories. Should probably stop making T1 stuff. And maybe less of this increasing T3 build power when you have a big stall like that. That was a huge overcharge. 13,000 mass killed now. Maitz in a very dangerous position though. T2BD's hitting him, but all the loyalists have just been overcharged. Yeah, this group that got brutally murdered. And now bricks from Maitz, and this is huge. Huge victory from him. All thanks to this ACU. Without it, he would have been absolutely destroyed. Must have been 20 loyalists taken out at the front there, between all the units Maitz had, mostly by the ACU, and also a couple of bricks were killed. And these loyalists are going to get destroyed by the bricks that Maitz has now. Probably doesn't even need to risk the ACU at this point. Should just retreat, not allow himself to be baited into some T2PDs, get an artillery, and of course grab the reclaim, which he's already doing. But still he cannot... Oh, the gunship dying to frigate A. Still he cannot get in the water. Either pond. T2 Navy finally from Robogear. Maybe too slow with that, but he has been busy at the front. And I guess these factories were a bit of a waste of mass. They're not cheap. 300 mass each for a naval factory. They're the most expensive T1 factory. In terms of mass, cheaper on power though. More T3 build power, but with no adjacency. What a crime. But here come the ASF from Maitz, and he's going to clean up all the T1 interceptors. You see, he waited until he had maybe, what, 7 or 8 ASFs, so that he doesn't, if you send, you know, a couple in to interceptors, you will waste those ASFs. So he waits until he has a few, and then it's just free veterancy for the ASF, and they clean it all up very quickly. And here come the gunships. Where are the flags though? Nowhere to be seen. And where's the T3 Air HQ? Here it is at the back. No T3 PGen? I don't see one. I don't... Yeah, there's no T3 PGen. Here it is. Building it at the front is a risk, and he's gonna have to retreat now. He can't defend. He can't do anything versus the gunships right now. 0 flak. And even his ACU could be sniped in this position. So more pigeons going up. That's a line of pigeons being dragged. Not advisable. But yeah, he can't afford to make ASF right now. And one ASF sent in here will just be wasted, so he's not even going to bother. Now some flax coming out. There's only 2. Could do it some more. These gunships can run riot. I mean, well, he definitely can't attack over here. But you can go around. You can attack the island potentially. Or drop a brick on the island to take that back. Still no one's taken this island. Could have gunships trying to attack a lot of positions. Like, the anti-air is not that spread out. You can see there's no anti-air at all anywhere here. And the lack of vision caused by the energy stall also only helps. So here come the torpedo bombers to give Maitz some hope of getting back into the Navy. But the torpedo bombers are actually dying to the Cybern frigates. All the subs are going to get destroyed though, very quickly. So here come the gunships. Oh no! They're flying directly into an insane amount of anti-air. It should not have been built, but it works anyway. And here come the ASF as well, as the cover is too distant. Still, the T3 push continues, and Maitz is he almost has 20,000 mass kill now. And no, well, there you go, 21,000 mass kill, just like that. You can see Maitz with 29,000 energy storage, and that's why he's able to fight so effectively. You do not want to run out of energy in a battle like this. It will be fatal. And so now, even if the advantage is that if he doesn't use all of the storage, then it takes less time to get enough energy and storage again to overcharge. So it's good to have more than you need. When you're fighting T3, you want more storage than you think you will need. Oh, he's losing some air here, but oh no, don't land. No, please. Okay, I don't think he lost any ASF there. Just some inties to the bricks. So not a big deal, but look at the mass. The rest... Oh my god, there's a Salem that's come onto the land. And it's coming to kill the rock position from the land. So we're going to see some, well, labs or artillery maybe to try and fight versus that. Oh, T3 gunship actually. Maitz continues to just dominate. And he has way more bricks now. If we look... Oh, nice use of the ASF there. Completely mitigating the effects of the stealth so that he could get in another overcharge for 25,000 mass killed. Outrageous damage. And total air control. So he has the land and he has the air, but the Navy... Well, he's not going to take any damage from the North Navy, that's for sure. There's only one T2 factory. It's not building anything at the minute. And there's a lot of torpedo bombers that could help out the ACU, which is under threat from these cruisers. The destroyer finally dies, and it didn't really kill T2 mexes, I don't think. Just some T1 stuff, and left a big chunk of reclaim. It's like it's basically like a strat wreck there. Very nice. This cruiser is going to feel pretty safe because it has a buddy and it also has its anti-air turrets right next to it as well. So this is going to be a lot of dead torpedo bombers. And actually, well, maybe the second cruiser will also go down. It will actually. And now, maybe Robo will let his ASF get caught because of the stealth. How many ASF can he save? Well, he retreats towards the SAM. Very important that he has these SAMs in the base. It means it's basically a no-go area for these ASF because there's 3 SAMs. They will take care of any ASF, these ASF would disappear very quickly over Robo's base. Robo's now taken this island finally. Maitz never took it. And the rock position is dying. And there are storage T2MXs there. I think it's a mistake to make those, pretty much, in this scenario. But here come the gunships. And the bricks have to fall back. There's still so many brick wrecks here. The bricks are going to fall back towards the SAMs, which are quickly killing the whalers. Oh no, that's a waste. It's a waste of whalers. Still quite an even game. Maitz has a bit more score, but this is a big threat, and he's still using this commander, Cybern ACU, at the front line at 27 minutes. That's a difficult thing to pull off. He has a T3 mechs now, and he's making more. Robogear's economy looks very weak in comparison. He's about 60 mass behind, and that might get worse. He also has no access to all this reclaim, which Maitz is taking. And Robogear is trying to hold on, but how many bricks do we have? 19 bricks at the front now. Looks like that whaler got wasted again, maybe. I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it's in the bottom of the ocean. Oh no, here it is. If it... Well, here comes the... So many bricks from Maitz, and they're getting the whole way into the base, and the ACU is right at the front trying to hold them off with shields and PDs. And now Robogear's getting focused down by the bricks, and he's getting stuck on his own shield generator. He needs to dodge these shots and get under the shield if he can. Down under 3000 HP, and the bricks back off. But now surely Robogear loses all of his bricks. There's just too many of them. 30,000 mass kill, almost 200 kills for the ACU. A whaler arrives, but that's, well, gonna get destroyed by the SAMs. And Robogear is not running away. He needs to run. And he is definitely dying to all these bricks. And there he goes. Damn. Robogear can't really believe that that just happened. To be honest, that was quite strange. I mean, just bricks and a Cybern ACU with 30,000 mass killed. 186 kills. Just a brick Terminator. And he walked the whole way into the base and killed the ACU. That's just ridiculous. I mean, having air control was crucial, but I mean, if you think long term in this game, it should have been really good for Robogear having both navies, but it just took him so long to even start doing damage. Maybe he needed to have a lot of T2 Navy at the front to save himself from this death push with all these bricks, but he just couldn't save himself. You can see the damage is really starting to happen. That's 4,000 mass killed on that one. That cruiser killing T3 support factories, and that this HQ is in danger. This stuff is very, very dangerously placed, and could have very easily been taken out. Maybe with more T2 naval build power on this side. And yeah, if the game continues, it only gets worse for Maitz, so pretty great that he managed to push the whole way in and kill the ACU. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this cast, and tune in soon for more FAF videos. See you soon, guys.